Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Software Engineer K here, and we have so much stuff. Like, the content has just been pouring in today, so I'm going to be going through quite a lot of stuff. I'm going to be going through a new partnership that was announced. I'm also going to be going through the upcoming Disney lenticular card drop, so that is a very special one, so stay tuned for that, and a few interesting bits around VeVe as well. And we do have the OMI migration underway. The date is confirmed. It's going to be happening within the next 24 hours, so there's been some pretty crazy stuff going on with OMI. So without further ado, we'll go straight into it. So there was an announcement, and it wasn't by VeVe, it was by a third party. So Epico Regal, if we go to Epico Regal's Twitter page, for those who did saw, they had previously posted a tweet on their page, and it basically showed, Ecomi partnering with Epico, and they still got it on their Instagram. The Twitter post got taken down, so there was quite a lot of I guess questions around this, understandably so. So if we just firstly break down exactly what went down. So this post was put out yesterday. A lot of people saw the tweet. They just saw this partnership. Ecomi hadn't posted anything, and they were really confused by what was going on. And so Epico, they've retweeted a post by Venkatesh Krishnamurthy. So he says, let everyone pass comments, undermining doubt, because there was a lot of people just spreading FUD on this post. And he posted a picture of himself with David and Dan, and just as kind of like, just to show that he does actually know them, he's not a fake person. But that was still not enough. People were still saying, he is like, he doesn't know these guys, or, he's not in contact with them anymore. He's not associated with Ecomi in any way anymore. Maybe he was in the past. So I just wanted to kind of just clarify as well. I believe what's going to be happening is Ecomi will put out an announcement, but they're gonna kind of do it in a smarter way. They're gonna do it in a way where all of the information is there, in a sort of, I guess, PR sort of way, so that they get bombarded less with questions. Because Alex and Reese, they got absolutely hammered with people tagging them and asking questions. And I think they're gonna do it in just like a more controlled way. So I think that is that. Now Venkatesh, there are still people going to be doubting like this partnership and whatnot. His legitimacy. So Venkatesh, for those who don't know, I actually know him in real life. So that's why I can speak so positively about this. And I've literally seen him like texting David Yu in front of me. So he definitely knows the guy. That I can 100% confirm. And also, for those who don't know, I'm part of a project called Kaleidoscope. And Venkatesh, as well as being an advisor for Ecomi, he's also an advisor for Kaleidoscope. So again, I actually, this article was put out back in November. So those who did read it, like probably kind of figured out there were links around there. But it's just it just goes to show that those who do their research kind of pick up on these things earlier. So I would say just hang tight, wait for the official announcement to see exactly what the capacity of this partnership is, and pretty much all the questions should be answered there. So just for now, just hang tight. Now, the other cool, interesting stuff that's been going on is we have been starting to see a lot more movement with the partners on VeVe. So we know that Rewind Collective, they did the famous Pride, which is kind of hoarded by Ray Fixie right now. So if you have a Pride, then well done. Well done for not letting Ray grab that off you. So they're releasing another series, and this is bullish for the NFTs on VeVe, because the first ever Rewind Collective set, or the first ever Rewind Collective NFT, was on VeVe. So by them releasing more on Coinbase, that is going to raise awareness of the one on VeVe, and that's just going to bring more people into VeVe. And Coinbase is not small, it's pretty big. So this is going to be good for VeVe moving forward. And obviously you can see in the comments it's already been spammed out by all the OMI homies. So I'm pretty sure anyone who's like following Coinbase NFT will have seen VeVe by now. But just on that point of VeVe partner, so an interesting one from previously, I did cover this in a video, which was Matt Gondek, and that was because there was a bit of controversy going around. Basically, VeVe had used a piece by Matt Gondek in one of their kind of early showroom images, and what was interesting about this is, when asked about it, Matt Gondek just went up and said he's not partnered with VeVe, you know, they're using his work without his permission, etc, etc. But now he's just gone out and confirmed that he is actually working with them, you know, months later on. So shout out to James who shared this. So Craig said, please come to the VeVe platform, Matt. Your art will sell out in milliseconds. We need it. And he said it's coming. So confirmation there. And then, you know, if we have a look at the likes, I believe we can see, let's see, yep, David, you like this, that's pretty much confirmation right there. So yeah, really cool, awesome stuff going on there. Now the last really big piece of news is we have not only got Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, we're also getting Goofy, Pluto, Daisy and Donald Duck. Not just those characters, but we're getting them in lenticular cards. These are the first ever, you know, kind of trading cards on VeVe as well. So we're getting new characters from a big IP, brand new, you know, asset type on VeVe. This is like, you know, the kind of full package that you're getting here. So expect this to be absolutely insane, but it is blind box, so fortunately some of us will have a chance, just because it's been absolutely impossible with the, you know, standard drops. So for those who don't know what a lenticular card is, so I'll just show you guys an example of a Disney lenticular trading card. Okay, so as you guys can see, it's basically kind of like a normal trading card, except it's one of those ones where, depending on how you look at it, it displays a different image. You know, that's all done with, like, you know, the kind of it's like a sort of a prism that's got like, you know, sections of an image on one side and then sections of the other image on the other side, and then, you know, you see two different images displayed depending on, you know, which orientation you're looking at it. So that's a lenticular card. So what we should see is, when we're looking at these, depending on, you know, how you're viewing it in your showroom, you'll probably see different images or maybe different animations. We don't know exactly, but it is the first ever kind of card on VeVe, and it's a lenticular card, which is pretty cool. You know, this is kind of a classic Disney sort of thing. So I'm really excited for these. Price wise, we don't know yet because you don't know the edition size, but for this, I don't think the edition size will be that relevant. I imagine it will be quite high edition size, but with this sort of thing, since it's Disney and it's the first trading card on the platform, it's going to be pretty insane. So, you know, we can already see the effect on the market. A lot of things have dumped, but not the grails, not the Walt. The Walt has actually gone up, and I think with every subsequent Disney drop, the Walt is going to continue to rise in price. And I believe, you know, I'm quite bullish on the Walt hitting, you know, 100k by next quarter, if not earlier. So yeah, that is pretty epic stuff that's going on right now with VeVe. And now, just on that point, we do actually have the OMI migration in the next 24 hours, like I said, and that has had an absolute walloping on the price. So I believe, you know, we've absolutely smashed through this previous point of support. That was 0.67, and then we broke through the resistance that we had at 0.74, and now we are going straight to 0.8. And 0.8 was that one where we touched like 4 times and we couldn't break it. I think this is the time when we are going to break it. And if we break it, remember, we are then going to enter the region of 1 cent after, you know, nearly a year. So that is going to be epic. And from 1 cent, we don't know where we're going to go. It's anyone's game. So from there, we might actually start to approach that, you know, that zone where we can say, hey, do you guys remember when OMI was below 1 cent? You know, that might happen. But I believe what will happen is we'll probably approach a new, you know, all-time high for this year. But I believe once, you know, the migration's over, we're going to have a pullback, and if there isn't any like additional follow-up news with that, if they announce an exchange shortly after and it's a good exchange, then yeah, we'll continue. But I believe the next kind of support, the next floor for OMI will be in that 0.8 range. So 0.8 cents is where I think we're going to be sat at, and that is pretty good price range to be at. You know, we are going to see this kind of Slow incremental increase in floor price after 0.8. I think we're going to be settling at 0.9, and then 1 cent, and then 1 cent 20, 30, 1 cent 15, new all-time high. I believe we'll hit 2 cents this year. That is my prediction. Based off of OMI kind of gaining utility, and VeVe continuing to just do what they're doing with deburning. But yeah, pretty awesome stuff. A lot of crazy stuff going on, so keep your eyes peeled to see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I had to go through with you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, support the content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.